At this point, I'd like to invite up representatives from the 4 banks that started the family loan program here in the greater Danbury area. And by the way, the family loan program is now expanding, right? We're down in Norwalk and Stanford, and we're replicating the model throughout Catholic Charities throughout Fairfield County, which is a wonderful thing. It helps so many other people. So I'd like to call up the representatives from the 4 banks. I'd like to ask Martin Morgado from Savings Bank of Danbury, Laura Mans from Newtown Savings Bank, Mary Kay Deuce from Union Savings Bank, and Irene Rupicki from Fairfield County Bank to come on up and join us up here to make this presentation. Mike, you as well.
Devin, you're what this program is all about. Your drive and your willingness to improve your and your family and your son's life. It's truly inspiring, and we're pleased that we were able to help you. But also imagine that you've heard Devin's story. There's another almost 700 families in the Danbury area that can tell a similar story, thanks to Carolyn Silliman. And, of course, our bank sponsors. And as Devin told you, it takes a very special person with a unique skill set to do what Carolyn does. You know, you need to be part social worker and part financial advisor, and also, as Devin said, part caring but stern parent who doesn't sugarcoat things. And let me tell you, Carolyn never sugarcoats anything. And just a brief aside, lest any of you worry that this program will end when Carolyn retires. One of our best employees in Danbury will be taking over this program when Carolyn retires. So Sarah Meyer-Dirks will be taking it over, and she has so many of Carolyn's qualities. Where's Sarah? Can you just stand for 1 second, Sarah? All right. So anyway, back to you, Carolyn. Over the past 23 years, Carolyn's had 6,588 inquiries for this program. And I know that because Carolyn told me that last week. And that's the kind of person she is. She keeps track of everything. And, you know, many of those inquiries, you know, they couldn't all qualify for a loan. Some of them weren't, you know, they're from other states, they're from not in this area, they didn't have a job, or for some reason they couldn't qualify for a loan. But in every single inquiry, she connected them with some sort of resources, be it food, or housing, or job training, or mental health counseling. She kept a stash of donated gift cards in her desk to provide some assistance when she had to give them the bad news that they didn't qualify for a loan. So as Tony mentioned, almost 700 loans for $1.9 million to help low-income families in Danbury. And the amazing part is that Carolyn was the only staff person in this program for 23 years. So when I listen to the story with all these loans, I said, wow, that must be a big team and a big back office and a big staff. And of course, you know, our bank partners provided the funds by their generous donations when the program first started. But Carolyn did everything else. She marketed the program in the community. She met one-on-one with each client, and most clients several times, to do the financial advice. She prepared the loan proposal documents. She monitored all the clients' progress. She wrote grant proposals to solicit funding for operating costs. And many of the people who've provided grant funds, United Way and a lot of the banks, and a lot of people are in this room to help support that. But that was all on Carolyn to raise some money for the program, to do all the work. And there was no other staff. It was all Carolyn. And you know, when this program started 23 years ago, the way we found this program was there was a national agency called Ways to Work. And they had sort of created the blueprint for this program, where they had this model that we sort of copied. And they gave us a little bit of a blueprint, and thankfully, as I mentioned, the banks donated some money. And eventually there were 25 or 30 cities across the country that sort of started this Ways to Work family loan program. But today, 23 years later, this Ways to Work agency doesn't exist. I don't know, they faded out of existence. And out of those 25, 30 cities that ran this program, there's only one in the country that still has the program. And that's here in Danbury. And also now in Norwalk and Stamford at Catholic Charities. So, well, what was the difference? The difference was we had Carolyn Silliman and they didn't. And of course, we also had a great group of bank sponsors and partners who supported Carolyn and helped Carolyn all along the way. But Carolyn, thanks to your compassion and dedication, you've made a tremendous impact on this community. And I am honored to present you with this Lifetime Achievement Award. Carolyn, please come up here. Read the inscription for you, Carolyn. Lifetime Achievement Award, Carolyn Silliman, in deep appreciation for 23 years of unwavering commitment to Catholic Charities of Fairfield County's Family Loan Program. Your dedication has brightened futures, reignited dreams, and instilled hope in countless families. As you embark on retirement, know that your legacy shines bright, touching the hearts of all that you've served. Carolyn, incredibly well deserved.
I can say that this has been the most amazing journey, and I really hate to not keep it going. I'm going to keep it going in one way or another. Somehow I'll still have my hand in something somewhere. I depend on him to let me know what that is. He's the one that put me in this job 23 years ago. I didn't know when I was hired that he had any part of it. I was there for about a year, and one day I was cleaning out a box of paperwork that was from a boss of mine that had just left. And in that box, I let it sit in there for about 6 months because I really didn't, it was just garbage to me. I didn't really want to go through it, but, and then one day I said, okay, let's get rid of this box. So I opened it up and I started going through it, and there were all these resumes in there from all these people that were like, whoa. And I just got this message in my heart that God said, you were the one I wanted. And so that changed everything I did from that day forward. Was for him and for the people that needed my help. And people hear me talking about my program and my people, and I always call them my people, my families. I'm really going to miss that, but I know he's got something else. Something else. It's not going to be a full-time job. Something else for me. Because I'll never stop loving the people that I help. It's just who I am. It's just how I was put together. And it's just been amazing. And I'm so thankful to all of you. We've had such a great relationship, and they see all my little files that I type up for the families, and some of them won't respond, oh, I'm crying at my desk, you know. But that's how touching the whole program is. It's just so amazing. Every single person is special in their own way. And I get to have part of molding that to positivity, which is just amazing to see when we go through the budgets and stuff. By the time they're walking out the door, they're like, that's it. I'm not buying all that fast food anymore. So I know that they got the message, and it's just been just so fun to have that kind of a part in other people's lives. So I thank Catholic Charities for the opportunity that they have provided for me to enjoy such a wonderful legacy.